It's a privilege to get rained on with you. That's the message I'm hearing for all of us here today. And if you're connecting with this energy, there is this message that wants to come through from your higher self straight into your soul at this time right now. That knowing that this life is not about, oh yeah, only good moments. Like there can be a lot of chaos, a lot of crazy energies right now. And if you're connecting with this, I feel like I'm tapping into the energy of someone who can be experiencing some chaos. And if that's you, well, first of all, I'm so happy you're here because I feel like something from this message is going to give you confirmation, comfort, and alignment. And secondly, I made a free meditation for you. It's called Calm in the Chaos. Down below inside my school community, it is free for you to join and to access. That's my gift for you. I know a lot of people have listened to it and found great comfort. And I know it'll do the same for you. I'm connecting with someone right now who is centering their heart space and preparing themselves to expand into their highest version. I'm connecting with someone, I'm seeing the wings are being restored, the angel wings are being restored, meaning that you're going through a massive healing process right now. And during this time, you can ask, is it the journey or the destination that matters? But actually, maybe it's not a destination nor the journey that matters, but it's the company, And who would you rather get rained on with? And maybe it seems like your world can be going through a tower moment right now. And I know for a lot of you guys can be experiencing that because we have to experience the quantum crumble before the quantum leap. And right now, the message I'm hearing for you is just to really connect with the people that are in your life right now. And I'm not talking about friends or family only. I'm talking about the people, strangers even, that you get to meet, that you exchange that laugh or that smile or that whatever it is in passing. Everyone here is a beautiful addition in your life, and I'm here to help you remember and reconnect back into the little things, the amazing things in this life. And sometimes we let the bad time, color our judgments of this has to be a bad period in my life. But it's not true. Don't let a bad moment turn into a bad day, right? Just because you stub your toe in the morning and then you all freak out about it and then you spill coffee all over you and then you get mad and then you go out and you hit your elbow and then now it becomes a bad day. But if you could just let that thing be its own thing and you come back into your frame, you come back into, well, this thing happened and my day doesn't need to be terrible. My life doesn't need to be terrible. This one thing that happened to me. And I feel like this is the same perspective that can be transferred into your past. I'm hearing past life. So some of you guys can be connecting or remembering your past lives. And some of them might not be cute. Okay, let's be real about that, right? Some of them might not be pleasant. But the thing is, they're here to help you understand your world better. And just because you had something terrible happen to you, it doesn't need to lead to a terrible life because you have so much ahead of you. And I'm connecting with someone who is so beautiful, intuitive, soulfully aligned. That's what I'm hearing for you. Who are you? And I believe people like us, myself included, very empathic. And I believe sometimes we feel a deep need to be understood. And there's this deep, the closest word is loneliness, but it's not even loneliness, it's just the lack of understanding from maybe the people that you want to understand you the most. Like your parents, right? Your birth parents, your best friends, your lover, your partner, your wifey, husband. But the thing is, they may not be the one that understands you the most. First of all, it's about you and your connection with God, the divine, the highest of light, your higher self. Because that's the true source of everything. And secondly, there's a difference between blood family and soul family. The previous video I made, we dove deeper into this conversation. Is pretty deep. Okay, so if you're not ready for it, you're not ready for it. But if you're ready for it, I think you'll really enjoy it. So the video before this, that sometimes you meet a stranger and you just feel so like at rest, at ease to tell them your life story and your struggles, and they understand you like this. And actually I encountered someone like that today that reminded me of the beauty in this life, that someone where we label stranger, but it's part of our soul family. Because if someone is part of your soul family, they might not look outwardly like someone you would normally connect with, but there's something that is the language of the soul. Like they get you. Like I connected with this beautiful, wonderful friend. It's our soul long lost friend here, and we don't even speak the same language. Like we were talking on a translator app, he speaks Mandarin and I speak English, and we just like, translator app, but like I never felt more understood. Yeah. And, it's like he's like one of the few people on this earth who really understands me, and literally a stranger, right? So that's something that I want you to lean into, that there's a different world. There's a different world waiting for you to tap into when you allow the soul to speak. When you allow yourself to not be alone and thinking no one understands you, because you're forcing, okay, consciously or unconsciously forcing your blood family, your 13 years friend, or your husband, wifey, boyfriend, girlfriend, fling, to get you. But what if you allow yourself to be open to the true soul who is meant to actually understand you? And like I said, it can be a stranger, right? It can be a friend that you haven't talked to in 10 years, but then when you connect, it's like you never even separated. Have you ever had that experience? Let me know down below. I'm very picky when it comes to calling someone my friend. I don't believe in friendship. I believe in soul family. And there's this person who I consider him to be a good friend of mine, because we're part of the same soul family. And like I literally haven't talked to this person in like 7 years, okay? Like no communication. And he popped up out of nowhere to where I was at the moment. As you guys know, I traveled the world, but right now I'm in Taiwan. But when I was in Vietnam, he popped up, and it was like, hey, I'm in Vietnam. I'm like, oh my god. And like we reconnected as if those 7 years were like nothing, and he again is one of those people who I felt really understand me. So you have to allow Because when you open up your heart and you don't force that it needs to be this person, you actually allow the right support for you. You know, and when we let go of judgments like, oh, maybe this person is too old or too young or too this or too that, and they're from this country and they don't speak the same language as me, they don't understand me. But the soul, like I said, the soul speaks another language. And I feel like I'm connecting with someone who might feel really alone and very like misunderstood or not understood rather, right? In their life. Let me know if this is you, because I can definitely resonate with this. And the people that I work with can definitely resonate with this, because the thing is with us is that we are a rare breed. You know, we are very empathic people who want to do good in the world, but we usually the one that people can't understand. And I feel like I'm connecting with someone who has the capacity, or people gravitate towards you a lot. But the thing is, when you feel like you're going through some stuff and you keep it in silence, or you feel like you have to be the one who hold it together, be the big brother, big sister, be the strongest one. And it's because you have gone through that role growing up. Maybe you are in a dysfunctional, chaotic, family and traumatic situations growing up. But that doesn't mean that you can't get the support you need, right? It doesn't mean that no one can support you. I think I'm hearing, being open to get the support you need. And it might not come in the form that you expect. It might be literally like a stranger, right? It might be, someone you connected with online, on social media. It might be someone that you, like me, like I literally, like my new friend, my new soul fam, like he literally like owns a tea shop. So it could just be like you just buying a tea, and you find your soul family. Life works in a very beautiful, wonderful way. And I feel like something is, I feel like the light just flashed. I don't know if it was caught on camera or not. I feel something is really shifting in the matrix. If you watch my previous videos, in this real time when I upload this, you will know what I'm talking about. And this shift in the matrix requires us to be more emotionally available. It requires us to be more vulnerable and open to our soul family. I'm seeing the connection grid, like we are like finding each other. So you can even find me, I can even find you through frequency. And that's the language of the soul. And we find each other when we're ready to connect or reconnect. And right now we might look very different, like, you might be just totally a different species than I am, but something in my frequency, something, in my channeling, something in my voice or whatever it might be, it's just like beyond how I look, beyond my physicality. It's like, it seems familiar to you. And that's because we are becoming more aware and awake. And I channeled through my previous messages that our eyes can be very sensitive during this time, because we have never used our true vision before. Because when we rely on seeing people as, oh, this is a 50-year-old man from, white male from Massachusetts or whatever, like we don't see people properly. We need to see beyond the appearances. Like if you only see me based on how I look, you don't see me at all. Same with when I look at you and I only see you as your age, your job, your skin color. I don't see you at all. And that's why people like us, truly empathic, intuitive souls, deeply, deeply empathic, like we feel very unseen by most people. And that can contribute to that deep sense of loneliness, that, because people don't take the time to get to know you at a soul level. They don't want to see that. They only want to see your flesh and bones, right? And that's the part of the consciousness awakening or reawakening within us. And we realize that we've done this life like many reruns and in different vessels, right? We can remember our past life because we had them. Parallel lives because we had them. And it's beyond how we look. So I feel like this message also coming through to encourage someone right now I'm connecting with who might have felt that recently, or may have felt this like soul resonance with someone recently or multiple people in your life, and you're like, I can't explain it. I can't explain why I feel so familiar with this person. Like I literally don't even know them. I feel like I'm going crazy. Or like there's just something that I feel like I feel good around this person and it feels strange or weird or whatever. And maybe this is giving you that encouragement that maybe you're not strange or weird, maybe you're just tapped in, you know? And, you know, in my journey, in my work, this is what I strive to help people with and understand more of their true nature. And not even understand, because I feel like, you know, a lot of you guys do understand, but just how can we find comfort, right? Comfort in our sanity. Because the thing is, you are sane for feeling this way, but the outside world, the 3D world, will tell you that you're insane. It's like you don't know that person, you know, or like, oh, they seem too old for you, or too young for you, or too different from you. Like the outside world will tell you everything, but inside of you, you know. You know, this also applies in love. You know, it's like, or even friendship or whatever it is, right? Like any connections really with people. It's like, it doesn't make sense, but then it only makes sense to you. It's like you feel like this person gets you at the soul level. And then on the outside, they might be a lot older or younger or different race, different religion, different whatever, but they get you. You know, like my best friend right now, like my best friend who I consider like my one friend, but she's also a soul family of mine. Like she's not like spiritual, you know, like these kind of things. Like she's not. But then at the same time, she's very aware of our spiritual connection. It's like she gets me because she's deeply empathetic and she has a pure heart. And I think that goes beyond anyone who is claimed to be spiritual awakened. And throughout the years, I've made a lot of, you know, connections with very highly intelligent, like, or spiritually awakened, whatever people. But that doesn't mean that my soul feels at peace with them. Actually, a lot of these people just really get on my nerves, and to be quite frank, because it's very still very mind connection, but not heart connection. So it's very rare for you to actually find a heart connection and a heart to heart, soul to soul connection, because that fuels you, that actually gives you life. So hold on to those connections and treasure, you know, more than holding on, because that sounds attachy, but treasure those connections. Just like the thing that I was saying at the beginning of the video is, what was I saying? It was something like, it's a privilege to get rained on with you. I believe it's raining right now. Is who do we sit through the rain with, you know? And I feel like you're in this era right now, and like I said, the matrix is flipping and moving. You have to let people in, okay? You have to allow people who are capable of sitting with you, holding space for you, supporting you, loving you. And these people might not be who you think they are, but they're there. And just because right now you're just so focused on, I need my boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, to understand me. Why don't they understand me? Like, you're just too focused on that person, but that's not their true role, you know? So you have to just really let that go. And the moment you let it go and being open, I feel like you're gonna find the right support, okay? And if you feel, resonance with me, my energy, my work, you can find out more info down below. If I have the ability to connect with you, I love to connect with you. I have my one-on-ones you can book. I have my weekly, Zoom call coaching in a group setting where I take light leaders into being their authentic energy and expression and living their true authentic life, where they get to be seen, heard, and felt for all of them. So that's seen, heard, and felt below. And I also have my 21-day makeover, energy makeover. So if that resonates with you, resources are down below, as well as my school community, okay? Top 10 on spiritual communities on school. So when you allow yourself to know that I'm hearing, let go of the narrative that you're hard to get. Like, let go of the narrative, like, oh, no one gets me. Okay, even if you're just saying it in like the midst of frustration, like, everything's an affirmation, right? Everything is a programming. So really be careful when you say things like, no one gets me. I'm always being left by myself. I'm always ending up alone. People are issue, and I'm the sane one. Because actually, you're programming that. I feel like the light just flashes, or just me. Oh my God. Okay, honey. Yeah, and I feel like we're in this era of like really showing up, in a real authentic sense. And only when you show up in your true self and true vulnerability, you can allow for that true support to come in. Because hard times, bad times, crazy times are just guaranteed in this life, right? In our human experience. But it's the people that we get to go through them with. And maybe they don't get it 100%, but the fact that their hearts are open, the fact that they love you, the fact that they want the best for you, like that is just, that's treasure. That's so rare, guys. I want you to know that. Don't take these connections for granted. And I feel like for me right now, two people that I really care about, they're both going through some interesting things right now, like it's really deep, dark stuff. And, I'm just thinking like, what a privilege that I get to care for them and love them and, hold space for them for what they're going through. Like, it's a privilege for me to do that. Isn't there a saying like the best thing in life or something is to love and be loved or something? Is it? Yeah, something like that. But like, it's a privilege that I can love, someone, hold them through and be that peace in the midst of their chaos. Like I said, I made a meditation that called Calm in the Chaos in my school community. I know it's going to really help you. It's very peaceful. Yeah, so just really allowing yourself to see the beauty in this life, that everything is such a gift. Being alive is a gift, Being there for someone and you get to, it's a gift. People don't live forever. We don't live forever. This is such a short temporary life that you get to be in this whatever identity that you think you are. So if you're someone who's like, oh, is it weird if I reach out? Do I sound weird? Because maybe you have a really, deep connection with someone, and then you're like, but we're not that close. So kind of weird if I reach out. But what if it's not? What if they feel the same towards you, but they feel awkward about it, just like you, because everything's a mirror, until you really have to break it. So you can break that awkwardness. We can break that, because what these generational trauma and loop is that all of these things that left unsaid, the I love you, the I forgive you, the I care for you, the I accept you. What if we begin to say that to ourselves first, and then tell the people we love or those who need to hear that? And we get over our self-consciousness that we sound too weird or creepy or whatever, because that's what the world needs. People need to know that they're loved and they're understood and they're held and they belong. We don't need another smart ass, spiritual a-hole, dropping some scripture without anything, or dropping some spiritual quote or whatever that they don't I don't understand. It's where's the love? If you want to love someone, say I love you, I care for you, I appreciate you, thank you. These are the words that we need to say, right? Because how many of you guys here, that you feel unappreciative or unappreciated? You feel unsupported, unloved. I think too many of us. But it's not true. It's because these people in our lives, they refuse to say, or they feel weird to say, I love you, I care for you, I appreciate you, I'm here for you, you belong, you're amazing, you're beautiful, you inspire me. These are the words that could really save someone's life, that could really save their sanity, And if you want these words to be said to you, you need to be the one to say it. Giving is receiving. Everything is a mirror. So don't expect people to be emotionally available when you're not. Don't expect people to be there for you and say all these words of affections when you're the one who withhold them from people. What I think collectively we need to show up better for ourselves and for others, because that's how we win, through love. And I don't think we're in this, I think we're closing off the era of I go through things on my own. It's weird to say this out loud. People want to see me as weak. People want to see you as weak? What people? Who are you imagining? It's a privilege to love someone, hold space for someone in tough times, right? How many of you guys do actually feel good when a friend is sick or something's wrong and you get to hold them through it and help in some way? It makes you feel good, right? So just know that when you're going through something, it also makes someone else feels good too, to be able to help you. But anyway, aside from all of that, I do want to play my part in letting you know that you're so loved and you're so amazing and you're so beautiful. And maybe you need to hear this today, that you belong. You absolutely do. But in the sane world though, this is where we're shifting. Your heart is beautiful, your soul is so pure. And I know you're trying your best. And I know that at times, sometimes it feels like you're in this darkness and no one gets you and you're left alone, but it's not true. You're here to find out who you are. You're here to remember your true value and worthiness. You're here to only connect with people who truly love you. And that's literally, a 1% of most people. So that's why it feels these connections are rare. But if you have them, treasure them, okay? Don't let them slip away. Because, for me, two people that I hold dearly, they're, the ones who are going through tough times, I feel like they were facing these near-death experiences. And that also alarmed to me, I'm never gonna leave anything left unsaid. Because what if there's no opportunity that I can say the things I really want to say, right? So I hope this will inspire someone to say the things that you need to say, that you want to say, that you want to express, and get over your self-consciousness, because life is short. I mean, life is eternal, but this specific lifetime, it'll go in a blink of an eye. So show up, okay? I love you so much. This is Tina Wong. Like this video if you appreciate it. Let me know down below what comes up, what comes through. I always love hearing from you guys. And yeah. Let me know what you're going through, what's going on. I hope that the comment box can be a place where you share and you know, just vibe out. However you choose to use it, it's a space for you. And subscribe to the channel if you want to stay connected, because I love to connect with you if you resonate with my energy. We're a big family, and I believe that soul family is something that is so special that we need to stay connected to each other. Okay, and again, all the resources, all the links I mentioned is below to stay connected and to work together and to journey through this life together, sunny, rainy, stormy and all. Okay? We've got this, fam. I love you. Boop. You're amazing.